Hey, so today I'm gonna talk about weeks. What is it? Week like 6, 17, 18, and 19 of my challenge. So on week 17, I had the best week of my challenge. I made like over 70%, but I was only betting, I had $700 um, about $700, and I was only betting 10% of my position. So although I made 70%, I only ended up with like making like $6 because I didn't get over commission fees most of the time. And then on the 18th week, I decided that I am ready to start going all in on my trades. Um, and then the first trade I decided to go all in, I lost big. Um, and yeah, that week it was like negative, like I lost 40% or so. And now, like my account, and then on the 19th week, I lost some too, but not as big as the 18th week. And now my balance is about like $320. Um, I'll go over some of the trades now. Okay, so starting here, this was for my 17th week. I did 2 trades. I held RKDA overnight, and that was like the biggest percent gain. Like 37%, and then this one was a winner, like 9%, and then yeah, this one, like I kind of made a mistake buying, because this one had like they had warrants at $3. They were diluting their shares at $3. But it ended up being a winner. And then on SINT, I bought the first pullback of the pre-market breakout, and that was a good trade. But on this trade, so this was when I made like 70% on week 15. Yeah, and then so my balance was like 700. And then here on the 18th week, this is my first trade when I bought Yuma. Over here, it was actually a good time to short, because you can see here, usually like around 11:30 California time, there's usually a sell-off. You can see it kind of did like a triple top and then a breakdown. And then when I bought that breakdown. I had some time to cut my loss, like about 10 minutes before we see all these red candles, but I didn't cut my loss quickly. And this one was the trade that was like a 31% loss. And so since I went all in right away, I went from like 700 to 4. I remember it was over $200 loss. And then this one wasn't a good trade. But anyway, after and then I held this one overnight. I could have sold for a little bit of a profit in 5 I bought like around $5.20, and I could have sold in the high fives, but I didn't, and it ended up being a loser. Anyway, after I said that after this, I've said in the last paragraph here, like lately I've been all over the place. And so now I'm gonna focus on one pattern. So on week 19 now. So yeah, instead of trying to trade, like do overnight trades, trading in the morning or in the afternoon, now I'm just gonna focus on one pattern. And so on week 19, this was the kind of the pattern here. The stock kind of fit the pattern. You can kind of see like here, this is, you can see like right now on the chart around like 9 to 10ish, it was consolidating around like $8.25, and then we can see when it started to perk or spike a little bit, the volume was rising too, which is the gray bars. And so this is kind of the pattern. It's like the midday perk. It consolidates, then it starts to spike a little bit. And if it holds 50% of its morning spike, and you see on the chart like around 7 o'clock, it did its morning spike from like 7.75 to about like 8.75. And so when it was consolidating around 9 o'clock, we can say it was holding like 50% of its morning spike. And then it did the perk. And so this is a pattern now that I want to focus on. So when I bought this, it was like a little after it perked. But anyway, I ended up selling because I knew there was heavy resistance at $10.40. I only made like 5%. And then the next trade here, I was going for like the same pattern like this one, the midday perk, but the difference here and this chart, we can see like it did a big morning spike from like $3 all the way to $8. And then when it was consolidating here, we can see like the first time around 7 to like close to 8 o'clock, it was consolidating, and then it did a perk. And then we can see like after that from 8 to like 9, close to 9, it's consolidating. It did another perk, but this time the perks were lower. So they were making lower highs, and then I bought, and then it ended up having a big red candle from like $5 to $4.20, and I just sold. That was like a 20% loss. But this pattern, it didn't quite fit this pattern, the midday perk, because this one, when it perked, there wasn't like a series of failed perks creating lower highs. And this one didn't quite look like it was holding 50% of its morning spike. Anyway, I put my trade notifications, and then my remaining balance is $3.25. But next time, now going into the next week, I'm just gonna try to find another pattern that fits like this one, like the RKDA perk. Okay, so anyway, I'm still in the challenge, and that is my update. Alright. Okay, goodbye. Thanks for watching, even though nobody really watches these videos.